Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Hearthstone. Right now I'm recording a game called Styx Master of Shadows and I have to actually hit a different button to start recording. Let's trade that out. Let's see. Shaman, Warlock, Paladin, Priest, Warlock, Rogue, Tavern Brawl. Let's pick somebody. A lot of stuff to do here. I'm gonna see if I can maybe go 40, even 30 minutes per recording. That's what I'm thinking about, at least. We'll see how that works. Swap stories with a fellow shifter at the tavern's shifter convention. Choose a class. Will fill your deck with shifters and spells. Alright. So, come on, mouse, work. What was that? Start with Rogue, I guess. Rogue isn't a bad one to begin with. Rogue. Brawl. Yeah, I have never had a game that used F9 before. So to start recording I hit Shift F9, to stop recording I hit Shift F10. And Styx uses F9 for quick load. So I moved it over to F8. It's like, So it's just gonna be a bunch of these shifters, and I don't know if there's anything else besides the Thistle Tea. Draw a card, add 2 extra copies to your hand. Switch to use no deck. This is gonna turn into an interesting move. Each turn this is in your hand, transfer into a random minion.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Ooh, battle cries. Here we go. 3 ambush opponents into your deck. I guess that's not a shifter card. Add a spell card to your hand. Silence it if you control a secret. The only thing I could do. Why did I start with 3? That's interesting.
I am ready.
Job done.
It seems really strange to start with 3 mana. They didn't tell us that was gonna happen. So, we've hit that point. I feel like I haven't done the math, and I haven't scheduled my most recent upload of Hearthstone videos, which I should do. I'm somewhat falling behind on these things. Let's see, Doomsayer. I think Doomsayer will work just fine.
Here we
just start
go.
hitting the face.
Job done.
So, but yeah, I feel like my other recordings are going to start lining up with my Hearthstone recordings. Sadly, in the wrong direction, because it just means my Hearthstone recordings are running out, and my other recordings are not anymore. I'm desperately trying to record Styx. It is an incredibly long process for some reason. The game tells me that I should beat these levels to get the quick achievement in like 30 minutes, but I'm doing the levels in like 30 hours. Now, I see kind of what they mean there, and why there's such a vast difference in the amount of time they want and the amount of time I'm spending, in the fact that I just haven't played the levels and I don't have all the abilities unlocked. You have to play levels to get skill points to unlock abilities, and so a replay of each level would be considerably a better experience and faster experience. That being said, it's taking so long, I don't think there's a good chance at all that we would ever do that. My hero power can target minions. How would I equip a 1/2 dagger to a minion? That's an interesting thought. ambush. There we go.
Back to work.
I don't feel like I would want to play this rogue, this Tavern Brawl though. After we win and get the pack, I don't see a real level here in which it would speed up the process of the vast number of wins we have. Let's see if I can work backwards. One of the things that's in my thought of doing like 30-minute recordings is that I remember what was going on. Some more stuff is going on now. We're starting to really build with that stuff. Destroy something with an attack of 7. Don't have that. Restore 3.
My eyes are open.
Divine Shield.
Shields up. Red alert.
Just keep on attacking. In the turn. So, like, I'm subscribed to a YouTube channel called Valve News Network that is a heavy speculation, but
The spirits be restless.
feels like it's not just pie in the sky speculation as far as things going on in Valve. Apparently there might be a chance that Left 4 Dead 3 is coming out. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if every single Valve employee has like Half-Life 3, Portal 3, and Left 4 Dead 3 spoilers hidden on every like computer screenshot they would make, just because it's company policy to irritate people. That I wouldn't be surprised if that was really the case at all. Let's see. Go ahead and power this one up.
Here we go.
Attack.
Weapons
Attack.
ready.
Attack. And then end the turn. But yeah, so somebody put up a screenshot doing a tutorial for something pretty much unrelated, just something Valve is doing with its new engine, which I don't think is Source, but I didn't catch the name. And there was a folder in our favorites in the screenshot that said Left 4 Dead 3. And then there's some other things he brought up to kind of make the argument that that
Weapons ready.
potentially is going to happen. Now, I think you got a point there. I mean, in my mind, I think a remake of Half-Life, and ideally, I think what they should do is they should remake Half-Life, put all the Half-Life content in it. So it's Half-Life 1, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, everything that they've already made, remake all that, then just tag on whatever is necessary to finish that story, kill off Gordon Freeman, and then say, if we ever make a Half-Life 2, be certain it will be set in a completely different area, completely different time, and Gordon Freeman won't come back, and we're just done with it. That's how I think they should do it. And then they could say, well, Half-Life 3 that you're asking for was built into the remake, and we gave you a complete story with no cliffhangers. And then if they do want to do another story, they would call it Half-Life 2. And then that way, if anybody asks when's Half-Life 3 coming out, they can just say, well, we haven't even released Half-Life 2 yet. So that's two responses to that stupid question they could give right there. They could say Half-Life 3 was in the remake, and thus it was already released, or you can say, well, we haven't even done Half-Life 2. I think that because the 10th anniversary is happening makes more sense than doing Left 4 Dead 3, which is not the oldest game. I mean, I think Left 4 Dead and Portal came out in the orange box, if I'm thinking right, so both would be right in line to have a third. And if you're gonna pick one, we'll just keep playing as Rogue. Picking Left 4 Dead 3, which is the online thing. Let's see, Rogue Cache, we'll see what this is. Is probably going to make Valve more money. Also, there's the thought that got brought up is that 1/3 of Valve's company is working on the VR team, which may, in the long run, justify itself and be the better move for the video game industry anyways. If Valve comes out with, improves its VR technology to the point where it's super cheap, it's super easy to implement, and all the video games really do improve themselves and are a better experience, more immersive experience, then taking the thousands of games in the video game industry and turning those to VR does a lot more than releasing Half-Life 3, Portal 3, or Left 4 Dead 3, or Team Fortress 2 Summer Update, which also is supposed to come out. So, but it also makes sense that they would release Left 4 Dead 3 over the other games, because Team Fortress 2 has a committed player base of online fights. Now, with Overwatch out, I wonder if they're feeling a bit of a squeeze there, and if it won't come out that a significant number of players have left Team Fortress to move to Overwatch. That's a real fight going on, unlike the Battleborn fight with Gearbox, which Gearbox just lost. Honestly, if I had heard any word that Blizzard was coming out with the game anywhere similar to what I was coming out with, I would have given up. I would have just canceled it immediately. Maybe that's what they did. Maybe they knew that was what was going to happen. But let's see. I'm not going to attack this turn. Instead, I'm going to hold this so I can play this guy next. In the turn. So yeah, it seems believable. Although that's going to irritate people. Certainly. It's certainly going to irritate people that Left 4 Dead 3 comes out, Portal 3 not coming out. I think you can almost make the argument, though, that because Portal is at least pretends like it's part of the Half-Life universe, it can't have a Portal 3 until there's a Half-Life 3. Maybe that's the argument some would make. Whereas Left 4 Dead isn't particularly set in the same universe at all. I seriously doubt the zombie apocalypse happened before the headcrab and alien invasion apocalypse happened in, or whatever that story is, I don't even really know, in the Half-Life universe.
Here we go.
So, yeah, maybe Left 4 Dead 3 is coming out. Good to know. I saw more video on Abduction. It does have worlds like Myst. They're saying directly spiritual successor to Myst. Very surprised I played Myst in such a short time. I'm getting surprised both ways here. Myst was really fast. Styx Masters of Shadows really slow. So that's interesting. So abductions got my attention a little bit more, but I want to hold back, particularly with the Steam Summer Sale. I mean, it's still going on. I'm still getting trading cards, but I'm done purchasing anything. I got through that, so I have free time, which is good. Speaking of getting through things, I guess this is a horrible transition because this doesn't have to do with anything. The Farlanders, the creators of Captive Minecraft, or the creator, I am not sure really. You would think with the name, the Farlanders with an S, it would be multiple people, but I'm not sure it is. Anyways, they again watched my Captive Minecraft series. I think they may have watched all of it, and God love them for it. I mean, gosh, even that series, which is actually getting quite a lot of views, a lot more views than any of my other series. It's like my regular series, 1 view, 2 view, and how many of those are me? Maybe 1, maybe 2. I'm getting more views from in-groups content IDing my videos, which they rejected every single view. But fortunately, removing the video seems to work a little bit better now than it did. It has in previous times.
What you got there?
So that's nice.
So
I want this guy to die, so he gives more damage to my weapon. So, but he watched it again. He's like, yeah, how I played it somehow broke it, probably because I gave myself achievements. I thought giving myself achievements would keep me within the line of the of his game, but my guess would be when I gave myself the on the rail achievement, which is probably the first one I just gave myself. My guess is I broke it then, and so my world border was not as far as it should have been. I should have been able to actually reach all the chests, and he tells me that there's enough enough things in the chest to have done the Beaconator achievement and built a full beacon, which is good to hear because I really thought that it was just you had to have like a zombie pigman farm and get gold from them, or a looting sword and use it with a zombie or something. I don't even know exactly how all that works. I just saw Captain Sparkle use a looting sword on a zombie and get a carrot, and I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. I was like, I was swearing up and down, there's no way you can kill a zombie and get a carrot. But apparently you can. There's so much to Minecraft that I don't understand, and it's a good reason why I don't really play it anymore. Not particularly in that aspect. Furthermore, I don't think it's gonna grow my channel in the direction I'd want it to go. Even the Minecraft people, a huge community of Minecrafters, have over the past couple of years shown that they get really bored with it. Seth Ling is one of the best redstone contraption makers in Minecraft ever, and he really doesn't do anything with it anymore either. No, that's not to say I won't come back to it. It's just to say that in its current iteration of Minecraft, there's nothing there. all the fighting updates and the new elements that aren't my redstone don't interest me as much. The most interesting thing has been the command blocks, and they made things smoother but slightly more complicated too. Alright, let's try a standard road here and see how that will go. We should get into Orion Prelude a little bit. So, this is a very interesting story. No confirmation for anything that has happened from Activision, and from the creator Prelude, at this point nothing could probably be believed from what he says. But Orion Prelude is like the third name to this game where you run around and shoot dinosaurs. It changes its name twice already to avoid bad reviews. It was accused of stealing assets, or proven to show it was stealing assets. But all of that had been kind of forgotten, or just not searched, when the creator said Activision sent out a DMCA saying that he had stolen assets for some of the guns. Some of the fictional guns, which weren't based on any real guns, so it's not a case of where they can make an argument saying, well, all these Glocks look like Glocks, therefore I didn't steal your assets. And so the publisher creator of Orion Prelude is saying he's getting bullied here by the DMCA, and we, as a YouTuber, people on the internet in general, we all kind of hate the DMCA, we hate the big company, and so there was a lot of bandwagoning. I certainly was somewhat guilty of it. I didn't say anything or do anything, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, this sounds bad. And then in less than a day, like, people on Reddit were going, yeah, you did steal those assets. You took several pieces of guns from their game and combined them together. So I guess the thing you could have done here is you should have scapegoated somebody. Honestly, if you had said, I'm investigating this and discussing it with my artist, and then had an artist, even if you were the artist, you'd just be like, I'm investigating this claim right now, and then just scapegoated somebody and said, yeah, if the artist took these things without my knowledge or permission or instruction, so it's all the artist's fault, and I'll fix it and remove the things. And then maybe you'd have to put up a new version on Steam of this game that is still pretty bad, even on top of it. Let's see, whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 1/1 amp. So...
Hey, give me that!
Good. This, add 2 extra copies of it into your hand.
Here we go.
There we go. So, yeah, very interesting story. Apparently Orion Prelude is back on Steam. Actually, I know it's back on Steam because I went on Steam and specifically marked it as not interested. Trying to curate my Steam list a little bit more as it's grown and grown. I think I may have said I had almost 800 games on Steam. That's wrong. I have almost 500. I misread it. Still almost 500. I've heard other video game reviewers were up to 800, so that's probably also part of the confusion.
I wonder.
Let's see. I guess I just have to play this. Give Cthulhu +2/+2.
It's coming!
Here we go.
Still 500 is more than enough. We're going through all the conversations. So I guess as far as our Orion Prelude, well, I'm already done with that topic, but don't steal assets. Don't pretend like you're the hurt party when you aren't. Reddit will catch you. Reddit loves nothing better
Here
than
we
to
go.
turn a story around on the poster and prove that they're a liar. It's fun mentally for humans in general just to prove that the person is, whoever's talking is wrong. I
Are you
don't
my
know why
master?
people think that way, but
It's an illusion.
it's absolutely proven that it happens.
Job done.
What else? What else? Steam Summer Sale's going. Styx is a very interesting game. It's quite good, considering it's technically, in my mind, the first game of this company's ever made, Cyanide. Although in reality it's about the 50th game they ever made, but they just made pro cycling, pro European cycling game. So I mean, when you consider the style of game is so completely different, I'm surprised it's as good as it is. And Battlecry deal 2 damage if I could only destroy a minion, add its attack and health to you, Cthulhu. Can't even play that. So I can deal like 2 damage here. And that's it.
Here we go.
And we're done. So, this is about the 30-minute mark. I feel like I've done half of the, why? Why in the world would you play that card? And he was like, well, he was gonna win anyways, I guess it doesn't matter. So, I feel like we're at halfway mark on the conversation. I am asking myself, what else, because I don't remember the things I've talked about. And we really haven't gotten a ton of a way here. So what I should have done is probably played everything up to the victory point starting on the first recording, but since I want to do at least 2 recordings, I'm gonna now play. It's probably gonna take me a long time too to get up to this point. No overlap at all. I'll get 1 more rogue victory, 1 more 4 shaman and warlock victories, and 4 paladin and priest victories. So a lot of work to do, which sucks because I need to power through 6 too, and so many other games I want to play. Anyways, time is money, and I've got a lot of money to make, I guess. I wish. Anyways, as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. Also, let me know in the comments what you think about going down the 30-minute videos. These videos don't get any views anyways, but I could certainly see for the maybe 1 person that is watching this, making it shorter might be nicer. And then down below is all my social media links, so follow and friend me on all of those. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.